Also, upon arrival at the hotel, Prime Minister Modi was received by Indian community members, around 300 strong members of the Indian diaspora. They warmly welcomed Prime Minister of India, Narendra Modi, rooting for him and chanting Modi Modi slogans. Prime Minister embraced two children, gave autographs and reciprocated their warm gestures towards him. Prime Minister Modi also interacted with children as he received a warm welcome from the members of the Indian diaspora in Brunei earlier today. Let's quickly go live across to Seri Begawan Bandar, where DD India's Munmun Bhattacharya joins us live from the very important spot there. Munmun, over to you. We've been, broadcasting your reports. There is certainly a palpable amount of excitement and overwhelming response that we saw earlier today upon the arrival of India's Prime Minister Narendra Modi, not only by the top establishment of Brunei, but also Indian diaspora. Over to you, the significance of this visit.
Right, Sakal. I am currently at the new Chancery building that will be inaugurated by Prime Minister Narendra Modi in a short while from now. There are members of the Indian diaspora who have already gathered here. There are around 250 Indian community members here. And architecturally, if you see this place, and it is a mix of both modernity as well as tradition, because wall clearings here are made of Kota stone, and there is also Indian culture reflected here in the decor. There will be a lighting of lamps shortly. So we expect the Prime Minister to arrive here in another 10 minutes or so. And after that, the Prime Minister will be headed to the Omar Ali Saifuddin Mosque. But since you were talking about the excitement of the Indian community, we saw it with our own eyes, and the Prime Minister met with around 300 members of the Indian community. He embraced two children. He gave autographs. He shook hands with the elderly. There were women who had lined up. They were all very excited to meet the Prime Minister. I got to speak with some of them before the Prime Minister came, and the menfolk were equally excited. So yes, palpable excitement here. And to tell you a little about the Indian community, there are around 14,000 to 15,000 members of the Indian community. This is a very tiny state. The population here is of less than 5 lakh here, but the Indian community is respected, especially the Indian professionals, for the work that they've been doing and how they're contributing to the economy here as teachers, doctors, engineers, IT professionals. There are also around more than 50% of the Indian expatriates are working as unskilled workers and semi-skilled workers in gas and construction industries and textiles and retail, in construction, like I said. So a lot really is happening over these 2 days, chock-a-block with engagements. Today is only day one. Tomorrow will be day two. After this event of inauguration by the Prime Minister, like I said, will be headed to one of the most iconic mosques here. There too, he will be meeting some members of the Indian community who will be there welcoming him.
Also, in terms of deliverables, what is expected out of this visit? Munmun, if you could just quickly underline that as well.
Yes, so tomorrow, Sakal, there will be delegation level talks, and Prime Minister Narendra Modi will be meeting Sultan Haji. This is a monarchy, and Sultan Haji is one of the longest running absolute monarchs in the world. His coronation had happened in 1968. So you can imagine that for 56 years, he is the reigning monarch of Brunei Darussalam. So there will be an audience with him, and there will be an audience with other royal family members as well. And a banquet lunch will be hosted by came for Prime Minister Narendra Modi. On the deliverables, we expect some forward movement on the defense front because it was said by the Ministry of External Affairs, a curtain raiser briefing. There it was said that some forward movement could be expected on establishing a joint working group on defense because defense is a key component in the relationship. There are reciprocal naval visits, naval ships visits, and Coast Guard visits, and Brunei Royal Navy visits have also taken place. So a lot of focus, and you can see the drums beating. You can hear the sounds of drums beating already. I think they're prepping up for Prime Minister's arrival. But yes, in terms of space cooperation, we are expecting an agreement to be signed because the ISRO in 2000 had established the telemetry tracking and command station here. And with that, it tracks and monitors the eastward movements of all its space-related launches. And India reciprocates by training the space scientists of Brunei Darussalam and also with space research. So yes, a lot to expect going forward. But here the mood is already building up for the Prime Minister's arrival.
Yes. And before we leave you, Munmun, a quick one on this being very significant for India in terms of this being an outreach as part of India's Act East policy and Indo-Pacific broader construct, and equally important as far as Brunei is concerned.
Yes, Sakal, from 2012 to 2015, that is for 3 years, Brunei Darussalam was the coordinator in ASEAN for India. So it did play a role in bringing ASEAN and India together. 2024 marks a decade of Prime Minister Narendra Modi's Act East policy, which is, of course, a more vibrant form of what we saw earlier, the Look East policy that was launched by the Narasimha Rao government. But over the last 10 years, particularly, we've seen that how India has reached out to these countries in the South China Sea who are fed up with the belligerence of China. But Brunei is a silent claimant to South China Sea. It doesn't run into conflict with China on this. But India has been reaching out to various countries. And in terms of Act East policy, this is significant also given the strategic location of Brunei because it is at the center of the Indo-Pacific Circle and is surrounded by countries like Philippines, Vietnam, Indonesia, Malaysia, to name a few.
All right, we'll leave it there. Many thanks, Munmun Bhattacharya of DD India, for joining us live from Brunei. Thank you. And as Munmun already reiterated, there is a lot of excitement that has gripped the Indian community members in Brunei as they earlier welcomed Prime Minister Narendra Modi to their country. Take a look.
Indian diaspora is really very, very pleased and very, very happy that you are making this one. And let us hope good things will come out of this visit.
So excited to see our Prime Minister. He is the Iron Man of our nation. Surely he can bring change to our nation.
Prime Minister Modi is a very different person. He has made his presence felt globally.